possibilities.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's canon.
Yeah, I mean, I just think I haven't been like sleeping well, and like I kind of just feel a little anxious in general, and I'm not really sure why. I mean, I guess kind of because of Genesis, but I don't really think that totally explains it. I don't know.
Well, if not Genesis... Well, if not Genesis, like, where would it be? Like, what would it be? And if it's too personal, you don't have to tell me, but, like, can you at least, if you, like, think about it for, like, if you, like, pause and kind of, like, let your mind wander and reflect on it for a moment, can you at least see, does anything, are there any, like, directions that come to mind?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but, like, yeah, I don't, I think it could be some other stuff, yeah, but I don't know.
Noted. Is this the type of stuff that we might need to address in terms of, like, mentality side, or, like, is it something that you have a handle on?
I think I have a handle on it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, now I'm nervous, because you just told me that you just said you had a handle, and now you're saying you don't know, and now I'm very confused.
Well, like, I don't know if it'll affect, like, how I play, I guess. I don't know.
So, the rule of thumb with Melee, and any, like, high-speed competitive, like, endeavor that involves reaction times and quick decisions, is that it absolutely will. It's just, like, everything affects it. It's just a matter of, like, you know, what affects it insofar, like, to a degree that it, like, impacts performance. That's really the question we're asking. Like, is this something, like... Because we've all had days, like, there's no way that we have a perfect day, because there's too many things that can happen in a day that, like, can go, like, you know, the bus could be late. That can impact performance, maybe, like, especially if we're not sleeping well, like, maybe we're a little less patient. But, like, the question is does that come up in matches?
I've had times where, like, I don't even know, like, I would... A random thing that would affect matches is I would, like, before my locals, I would shower and take a hot shower, and then I would arrive at the local, like, an hour later, but I would still feel like, I don't know the best way to explain it, just, like...
Clean?
Not clean, well, clean, yes, but not that, it's just, like, I feel like the hot water made me, like, kind of tired, or
Okay.
you know what I mean?
So this isn't a refreshing... So it's not a refreshing shower?
No. So I started, like, not putting the water as hot before I went to locals, or, like, I would shower early in the day, like, not, like, right before, and I think that helped. So yeah, stuff like that definitely has a big impact, because there were, like, a bunch of locals in a row where I just felt like I was playing terrible in winners, and then, like, as the turn went on, I started playing normal again. I was like, I think this is...
That makes sense, actually.
Just like a physical feeling that's causing this, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, even just think about how muscles work, right? Like, there's a certain amount of snap or tension that they need to, like, move quickly, right? Obviously, we don't need, like, because if they're all, like, if they're all just, like, overcooked spaghetti, and they're just kind of flopping around, and, like, don't really have much, like, give to them, how are we supposed to grab Fox within the 6-frame window that we have on Tekken Place? Like, that's just not realistic. We can't do it.
Yeah.
So, I think that makes actually a ton of sense. Because it's like, if we've slowed down our snappiness on a really critical interaction, you know, that's going to, like, losing our punish game on Fox, or, like, a massive component of it is, like, or, you know, that is a big deal. And it would take time, like, because, again, muscles are just a physical thing. It's just, when we apply heat to them, they relax. When they're colder, they tighten. That's just how they work. So having, like, you know, it will take time for the temperature to correct itself. I think the adjustment you made there, like, I actually am really impressed that you caught that and then, like, took action, because a lot of players would just keep doing it and be like, oh my god, like, I just don't know, there's nothing makes sense, like, it's just completely random, like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or they'd be like, I'm a momentum-based player, like, I just need to be making that losers run.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, like Mango.
Maybe that's what happened. Like, God, do you ever wonder if, like, maybe, like, some of these runs were just, like, he showered or something, and then, and then he just played hot and, like, losers because the time had passed? That'd be
I'm
hilarious.
sure there's at least one where he was like hungover to start, and then or something like that. I don't know.
Oh no, that's happened. Like
Yeah.
this would be ancient, but like yeah, when I came over to Cali in 2012, like back when I was still relevant in top 10 and stuff. Yeah, he got like massively plastered in like winners bracket, and then like he lost to Bladewise because of it. So then I beat like Shroomed, Westballs, and like Johnny to like get to Grands. And then Mango shows up. We have like a 3-2, and he beats me 3-2 and 3-1. I'm just like, man, god damn it.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's not even rough. I was just like, God, like I really. I was like, God, that Dreamland game. I just needed to just not. I needed to be tighter in that one game. Ah.
Yeah, no, I hate moments like that where it's like this one thing that I could have easily done differently, and I didn't, and then that one change alone could have like won the set. Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, like in that universe, he also could have just not gotten drunk in winners bracket, and like then it would have been a lot harder.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anywhoozy, so with Genesis on the horizon, I want to pass it to you. How do you foresee today being productive? What do you need? Like I think that you're playing. From what I've seen, I think you look great. But like, is there any last second things you need? Like, what do you think you need from this?
Yeah. Well, I was looking at my bracket. I have a little bit of a weird. I have to play a Young Link, or I'm projected to play a Young Link to make it out in losers.
Okay.
And then, before that, I'm projected to play Paladin, which I think would be very, very hard, especially trying to like, I don't know, like I don't think it's impossible to win that, but like I don't know. I am projected to play a Fox later in losers also. I think right, add one. I'm pretty sure he's a Fox player.
What is Paladin's deal? I feel like he popped up out of nowhere while I was away, and I have no context for like what his strengths are. Like he's one of the ones who's just like kind of like quietly flown under my radar, and I know he's good. Like I've seen a little bit of him, so he's obviously skilled. But like, what do you know about him?
I don't know that much about him either, other than he's very good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know like when he came up, or I don't know.
He is the man of mystery.
Yeah.
Do you think that? So what is it about him that you think makes him is so tough? You've beaten good Foxes.
I've kind of beaten good Fox. I think Fox is probably one of my worst matchups right now. So that's part of it. But just like I don't know. I feel like I could do it if I like happen to be really on with like my gimps or like my tech chases.
So we can't. So being on is not a plan. I
just think it's kind of a. Yeah, yeah, but like I just think it's kind of like a skill gap, just straight up. I don't know.
Okay.
It's like and it's not like a matchup where like there's some matchups where I feel like I can win even if there's a skill gap, but I don't think Fox is one of them.
Fox is always one of them.
Well.
Fox you can win in 4 hits. Like no, you can always.
I mean, I guess that's what I mean. Like if it is winnable, if I'm just happy to be punishing hard that day, but I don't know if it's winnable. Just like I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. The Fox matchup requires you to hit hard with every character, every day.
Yeah.
It's not like even if you're like stronger than them. If you can't kill him, if like his whole weakness is dying,
yeah.
If you can't exploit the weakness of him dying, then like, yeah, you're gonna have a problem because he's got a lot to work with. Aside from like his low, like if his health bar goes a little bit longer than it should, like then it like I don't want to say should, but like if he gets more value than maybe you're planning for out of his health bar. Yeah, it's so easy for him to run away with the game just like by the sheer amount of quality tools and things he can do once he has a little bit of information on you.
Yeah.
That said, you also can like get information on him, so it's not it is like your character is really strong at like if the like I don't know what his deal is, but if he has any biases in terms of like how he plays the rock paper scissors, Sheik is like very equipped to exploit that. It's hard, but like she can totally do it.
I see. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't know. I just.
But we're worried about
Yeah.
the thing we want to look at is Young Link.
Yeah, because Young Link is like, obviously she destroys Young Link, but it's like, anything can happen. Like I've seen Spark lose to Rocket, so I feel like if you don't know the matchup, it's like it doesn't really matter how good it is. It is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Let's look at that. Spark Rocket SSBM. Rehab 2 Grand Finals. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Is this it?
I think so, yeah. It's like a really... Yes, it's a 40-minute, because I think this was like a reset in the...
Let's look at, like... Okay, so what surprises me here is I've scrolled ahead and Young Link is beating Spark on FD. Please tell me he wins this. Oh my god, what is going on here?
I haven't actually watched this set.
I'm like
remember seeing this result.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what? This is good. Let's like do an autopsy on this like grand finals. Let's look at the second set specifically because it's like shorter, and I don't want to watch like 40 minutes of
you don't watch 40 minutes.
You know what? I feel like I did my time analyzing Young Link for like an hour and a half with Hungry Box Armada. So you know what? I'm totally fine with not doing that again.
I kind of miss those. I'm not gonna lie.
I like them. I just don't want to analyze them.
I don't want to watch it live or analyze it, but it's cool conceptually.
I actually really liked watching it live. I'll be real with you, because there was like I feel like you don't see Cutthroat like play where it's just like they're doing everything they can to win like that, like no, like they're basically like bloodlusted, like when people do like comic book like who'd win, like, and they're like bloodlusted because it takes the morals off. Like that's our game's version of that. Holy shit, what the fuck, this guy's cracked. I know he was cracked, but like damn. Okay, so what do we see so far? So what is Spark doing, like what is Rocket doing well, and what is Spark like why, like what is Spark, like what do you think Spark is trying to do in this matchup, and what is Rocket doing to like counter it from what you can see so far?
Spark's trying to like abuse like CC and ACI down, I think, a lot.
Yeah.
And Rocket is just like airling in ways that are safe against that a lot.
I mean, like, I think that's
like,
they're like not,
yeah.
So like, I feel like okay, so this back air is a really good example. This is absolutely not safe. Like this back air that he's done here, like 100,000% that is punishable. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter in this particular scenario, and I'll tell you why. Because like Spark is not ready for it. I think Spark has gone into this match thinking that Rocket is going to throw 8 trillion projectiles at him, and he is not doing it.
Yeah. I see, yeah.
So, Young Link 101. If I have fought, now most of my experience versus the Links is versus Big Link, but like, because Canada for some reason has had those, like we've had Souse, we've got Toffee, like we've got like, we have Link players for some fucking reason. So... With that in mind, I don't think that like Young Link is really that structurally different. Like the way a lot of the things that we play for to like crush him like a bug are like pretty similar. It's just that they're slightly like trickier to set up, but he also has fewer ways to like box us out of the spots we want to take when he's established his footing. So it's kind of like he's harder to pin down, but he's also less good at holding the spot once he gets it. So, what spot do you think like, let's think about these characters' strengths. What spot do we like, Young Link, obviously, good runaway game, like, very, 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 very robust, like, zoning and projectile suite. He's got some limited disjoints, they're mainly effective above and below him. And his grab, while risky, it does lead to things. So with these superpowers, what do you think it makes sense for Sheik to want to do?
Um,
What is this? What is it? What is this? What do these fight positions look like? Like, what was a lesson we had like a while ago about I think we were looking at Fox for a bit in that one. Like, what does this look similar to in terms of the spots Rocket is playing?
are you talking about the Fox one where you're talking about like when they're like platform camping?
Yeah, I mean, like, look at where he
Yeah.
is on the stage. Like, it looks
Yeah.
kind of similar to like where Fox was there, right?
Yeah.
So if it's similar to where Fox goes when he's platform camping, let's start with that as a foundation. So where did Sheik want to be when Fox is platform camping? Like what spots? Like just like spots, generally speaking.
Well, yeah. If he's on like the side plat, I think we wanted to like. I'm trying to remember. I think we wanted to be like not in the area where you can like threaten like a runoff aerial.
Yeah.
But like still be able to like pressure him with like back air, basically.
Yeah, so like let's say so let me ask, let's pretend Young Link isn't throwing the boomerang, he's just standing here. Is this a good position if we're where Sheik is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Is there anything we can how good is this position? Like what makes this good?
Um I mean, I just feel like if you I don't know. I feel like if you like if you ever like turn around and back air, like maybe like dash back air, like I feel like that's he can't do that much about that. Like he kind of just has to either shield it. It's like I feel like if he tried to do like a shield drop aerial, it wouldn't really be able to contest it. Is my thought, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, so like the thing with Young Link is that his hitboxes, let me actually pull this up on thingy. Luigi down here. We're not going to look at Luigi down here. Where's Young Link?
I hate that move.
It's so good. So because feet are disjointed in this game, they're not like considered part. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that! It's so powerful! Like, what is up with... Okay, moving on. So... Yeah, no, it's crazy. Shit goes wild.
I wish Sheik's was disjointed like that.
I wish that she had
It's
links down here.
I wish I had Falco down here.
Falco down here would be pretty good. I like the idea of like just a really powerful kill move though.
Yeah.
We already have so many setup moves, you know? Do we like what's one more? I mean like why not, right? But like at the same time. Okay, so a lot of Link players will say that there is no disjoint. There is no like disjoint. This is obviously wrong. There is a little bit.
Yeah.
So the thing I want
It is a lot less than I thought. Like I knew like Puff up here would beat it, but I didn't realize it was. But it still is a decent disjoint, yeah.
It's okay, yeah. Now the problem with this move against us specifically, and the reason why I'm like a big believer in the bear, is let's compare this for fun. Let's compare this to Sheik's back here. So we have more, and we can kind of aim to the side here. Like, we're really trying to hit here, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't want, like, this has a lot of overlap. Like, this has a lot of, like, space before we get to our foot that his, down air hitbox has to travel through. Because if we're aiming off to the side here, like, ideally our foot is, like, our leg is, like, here. Do you see what I mean? Like, so we want to be fairly diagonal with him. I would say that, like, for this reason, we probably actually don't even want to be necessarily this close. I actually think we want to be slightly over.
I see, yeah.
Yeah. Because this is, like, this is a better alignment. We're not looking... The name of the game here is we don't want to trade with his kill moves, because he will fish for... Like, he's going to start fishing for them once he's, like, racked some damage with his, like, first combo, or, like, some bomb... Or, like, advantage state, or some bomb shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, he tends to, like, he's actually not that, like, I wouldn't say he's heavy, but I don't think he's as light as people think. He's really kind of like Marth weight, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I think that's right. I don't know his exact weight, but yeah.
Like, what is this?
Light.
What is this? Like, why are we wave landing it a grab? Like, this body.
Yeah. Yeah, just...
Just nair him or back air him, whichever.
Yeah.
Take the shield poke, move on with your day. So on that note, that is, I think we just spotted an easy way that you can like throw versus this character. So he like had a great position. He was like below him, pressuring him on the platform. Young Link had absolutely nothing to work with, had to shield. His shield was so small, he basically had a free hit off the back air. He's at 65, he gets an edge guard or like a shark off of that, and Spark decides to waveland to look for grab. So with that in mind, what do you think went wrong there? In that spot that we saw a while back.
Like why was
Waveland grabbing not the? Why do you think he's Waveland grabbing, and why do you think I'm like not a fan of it?
Well, he might just be Waveland grabbing because he's like, oh, if I grab Young Link, I can just like destroy him. Like, I have a chain grab. I don't know, but
the irony here is like he's at a percent where I don't even think he has the chain grab anymore. So
yeah, I don't know when it ends. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I just don't know, like, I guess if I squint, you can, like, if he DIs over here, you maybe can down throw up smash him, but I think that's ambitious. I think that's wishful thinking. I think that, like, if he DIs over, like, I don't like this.
Yeah, like, I was gonna say, like, even, like, the position here, if you get to grab it, it's not, like, amazing. Like, it's not nearly as good as, like, grabbing him on the ground.
At low damage, yeah.
Or a low damage shoot, yeah.
Yeah, because like the thing that's weird to me here is the chain grab's over. Like it's not like he's past the 40 or 50 that we get on him. So like at this point, the down throw is giving you like a tilt into an aerial. Just aerial him. Like if it's just leading to an aerial anyway, just take it now. It's here.
Yeah. I also just think like doing this waveland is like begging to get like shield drop up aired or what he does, like shield drop aired. Yeah. Like I feel like that's one of the main things Young Link's looking for.
Yeah, and Spark's an amazing player. Like I get that weird characters, especially because Rocket's not really playing this like the way I normally expect Young Link to play it. Like he's being a lot more in a lot of spots. He's been a lot more proactive and a lot more aggressive. Now this is something a little actually that's worth noting about the links. So what did we see? What happened here? What did you see? What went wrong here?
I feel like. Well, he just tried to come down on top of him, and I feel like that's a pretty bad idea.
Yeah, there's like there's a bunch of things that go awry here.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, what do you think are the goal of like us? What do you think the goal is when we have Young Link in the corner over there? Like, what do you think we're trying to do? Like, what are we do we want to camp him, or do we want to attack, or do we want to be the aggressor? Like, who?
Well, I think we want to be the aggressor.
Agreed. So. With that in mind, how do we go about doing it?
I feel like not. I don't think going to top platform makes sense.
I don't actually hate it. I think that what you needed, what he needed to do was keep running.
I see.
Because you come off the platform when he throws this bomb up, and then you shoot the needles diagonally and have the fair initiation.
Yeah.
Classic needles to fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The other thing you can do, because like the thing is, so this is actually a good spot to like kind of like look at Young Link's bombs quickly. So, Young Link's bombs, and the Link's bombs for that matter, amazing move. One of the best moves in the game, and I will die on that hill. The limitation to Young Link's bomb is that the directions he can throw it in. So what I mean, like. And you know what I mean by that, right? Like, because he can't throw,
you can't throw them diagonally,
Yeah, so, like, he can throw them kind of like this, he can throw them kind of like this, and he can throw them anywhere in these directions while traveling upwards with his jump. He can also throw them down, but, like, he can't throw diagonally. So these, you can kind of see there's, like, spots that we want to occupy in relation to him. Like, this is really good. This is really good. So with that in mind, I don't mind going up here. Now, the thing one of the things he has for like dealing with us in these like zones is he can throw the boomerang. Because he's also got like kind of like a range like from like I forget exact. I think his like boomerang is the one that's like really sharp, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like a fan of like a fan of this, but the thing is, this loses to it. Like with the boomerang, we can just back air. Like we're not actually worried. Like we can just hit the boomerang. And it also like once it, as long as you can hear it like fluttering around in like on the screen, it means he doesn't have it anyway. Because he only gets one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like these are kind of like the zones of his control he has. But, like, these ones are, like, not really, like, much of a problem in general. Like, you have to, like, be mindful of, like, the things he can do here. But, like, it's really, like, this. Those are, like, the scary areas. Which is why... Yeah, which is why, like, for Spark here, like, I actually like him going up to the top platform once he sees that the boomerang is gone. Because then he has, like, such a clean pathway with his initiation into him on this, basically. Because this is needles, and then, like, he just runs off and, like, comes down on him. And that's really hard for young Link to deal with. Trying to, like, baiting young Link into throwing the bomb upwards at a bad time is, like, generally very good. If you can make him throw the bomb at a bad moment... The other thing to remember about the bombs is that they have a shelf life. They don't last forever. So if he's like, if you're playing chicken up here or around here, and he's just holding onto the bomb, he has to get rid of it eventually. If he doesn't, he'll lose it anyhow.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, go ahead.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's not like.
It's not Peach.
I mean, it's like an obvious. Yeah, it's not Peach. Yeah, that's like it's kind of an obvious thing, but it's like good to keep in mind because it does, like, really change the dynamic.
Yeah, on that note, here's another thing. So you see Spark lands here and shields, and then immediately goes into this shield drop. I don't see any reason to shield drop here, personally. Do you?
I feel like this is something I would do, but I don't. I think I agree with you that I don't know if it's a good idea.
So let's...
I feel like this is like an autopilot moment, maybe. I don't know.
So let me ask you, why are we trying to shield drop? Like, what do you think is inside that shield drop that is worth playing for?
I mean, I think it's kind of just like, oh, he's on the ground. I'm gonna go hit him. So,
okay, but he's like right below you, and he has a sword.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. I think that is why it's bad. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like I would do stuff like this, like just kind of autopilot, like, oh, he's over there, so I'm gonna move over there and hit him, even though it's not really a favorable spot for me.
So the reason for that is because you're used to like this alignment being kind of good versus people, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
That makes sense.
So I would say that like we want I would say that this is no good. Like this alignment isn't like this alignment from here to here is too. It's not like here. We'll make this a little bit more obvious, like what the angle is. So like from this corner to this corner, this alignment is not ideal, I would say.
Yeah. You want to be like further to the side of him, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So like let's actually clean this up just a smidge. So like this is where young Link is. Yeah. And what we want, where this is where Sheik is, where I would say like we actually want him to be is, I think like we want to be, well actually no, we'll move Sheik because that's the character we control. So help me play Sheik. Where should she be on the platform?
I guess just like on the edge, pretty much, right?
Yeah, like here, right?
Yeah.
I would agree with that. The other, because like now we have an alignment that's more like this. We want a gentle one. Because now he has to, like, remember, like he has to, we're swinging down basically like in this motion, and his moves are like this, like above him, right? So like this kind of cuts into that. His forward air is like, if this is his head, his forward air also is kind of low, like it covers like a space in front of him like this, but again, we're swinging downwards. Like we kind of like same with our back here. It kind of like occupies like a space that's above that like aims for his head. Really, we're aiming like his head is a big target. A very common thing that we do is aim for the side of his head.
I see. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense because neither his fair or up air really cover that, right?
His fair,
Okay, I guess I haven't.
or his nair.
Or his nair, yeah.
Like he has nothing here, so like this should be like targeting system. I'm gonna put like a big, like yeah. We'll put like an arrow here. Yeah. Yay. Yeah, like this is a very, very important thing to do. Cause like if you think of it where your back air hits, like this is also part of why the needles are good too, coming off here. Because they're also cutting into that space. So if I had to summarize, I'd say aim forehead. Aim fair and bear and needles at head. At the side of his head. Because yeah, we don't want like at the end of the day, while his moves are not as like long as ours, they are still sword based, and therefore if he is like playing in a position where his have like the range to like contest what we're doing, he is going to win those exchanges because he's disjointed on average, because he's disjointed and we're not, and he's and because of that, it means he's going to have a pretty solid juggle state on us. We also don't have the luxury of being able to just like, you know, smash DI or DI away to like try to escape the true combo or get like high above like an up air to up air follow up, because he can also just pull a bomb and like have it like and have a really, really simple like landing like punish or free fall punish or cover off that. So it's really dangerous to like, it can actually be quite dangerous to like contest him in his good spots. I would also just generally say a big thing that I really want to see, I really would want to see Spark like suffocate center stage more. So like you'll notice that this guy like what are we doing here? Like why are we F tilting? So you see how he's trying to like catch like where he's gonna like land, but he keeps like jumping slightly outside of it. So what I would like to see here is like more like short hop in place. Instead of like after this wave dash, instead of turn around F tilting, I would have liked to see like a short hop.
Yeah.
Because then it's like you're below him, he can't throw the bomb at you anyway. He has to double jump into the air, like above you to like hit you with this, or double jump away, and you can chase those or like take good gambles into that with like double jump back air.
Yeah.
So you can see how this isn't really a forward, even though it looks like it might be a forward tilt position, it isn't one. This is actually.
I feel like he kind of just got tricked. Like I feel like he thought this would be like a true punish, but yeah. I mean, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Why he did it to me, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I think that here, because he's like within, like if he's in back air range, like short hop back air range, and above like, you know, like at any kind of reasonable percent, then like this is like short hop bear. This is a short hop bear position.
Yeah.
Short hop and then bracket bear. Because, like, the reason bracket is because, like, again, this is about where our short hop goes. This means that we can double jump here, right? And then that means that we can then cover him, like, going over here. We can cover him going over here. Like, we're basically just giving ourselves access into the different spots. Like, we could even just do it instantly going up like that. Like, we're giving ourselves access to the different parts of the stage that he could play for. And that's, like, really the critical part. We don't want to, like, we don't want to be limiting ourselves in this regard, and covering the top platform against him is really important. Like the top or side platform that he can retreat to is really important, because again, his whole thing is like he's a chip character. Like he's a long distance character. He's trying to zone us out, like he's trying to build chip. Eventually looks for vertical kills. Young Links pace their stocks a lot. So like they tend to plan to have a place to go that isn't the like where our deadliest punish is. So, since ours is a grab, he's not going to, like, give us that very... Like, he's going to want to, like... It makes a lot of sense for him to, like, play in a way where he has access to at least one of these after he's done his thing. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's actually worth... Like, that narrows a big commitment for him. But even on that, like, double jump, you see how he can still wave land if he changes his mind on this play, right? Like, he could
Yeah.
easily waveland over here and like back off if he wanted to. So this is a matchup that's kind of about covering like space. We're not really dealing with we're not like covering individual options per se. We're so much as we're covering like we're like setting ourselves up to be able to like reach the different areas we need to access in order to cut them off and keep them in bad spots. Now, I'm gonna quickly cover like my opinion, like the most powerful position, because Spark kind of set it up. He did a kind of a wacky job with it, but it's fine. So to me, this jump in is like this jump in when done a little bit better than this, or like a little bit closer than this, is the scariest position for Young Link to find himself in this matchup. So let's think about this spot let's think about this spot in general. If Sheik is here, or like in the air doing this jump in, like as so, why is this so scary for Young Link? Pretend he's at 0.
Pretend he's at 0, yeah. And he's. Should I pretend he's not throwing the boomerang, or that he is?
Yeah, you're here, he's here. You're both at 0.
Okay, and so. I mean, I guess you're just like if you jump in like this, you're threatening like aerial needles or something like that, which could lead to a grab. And then if he tries to cover the boomerang, you can like still he won't get a lot off of it first of all, and then like you can also nair through it, which is what Spark's doing right here. And then he's still in a bad spot after that.
Yeah, you could also dash dance. Like, you could pretend you're doing this jump. Like, you could dash forward, dash back. If he throws it vertically, then you just you just boost grab him at the end lag, and like he's.
Yeah.
The other thing here to remember is how safe are if we dash forward just a smidgen like so, and he decides that he wants to nair us. What if we if we say crouch, if we running crouch into this spot and he goes over us, now we have a good spot to we can potentially punish his landing lag or threaten it. But if we want to contain him, we could also potentially dash the other way. We could also potentially shield and then shield grab him. We could also dash this way and try to, because we're faster than him. So the idea is that we'd be outrunning his thing. And then we'd just short hop bear or something, or pivot grab or whatever it is. You know what I mean? There's a lot of our speed is really valuable here. So what sometimes happens in this spot is he'll do shit well, what do you think he would do? What do you think he'll do here? If we have this spot relative to him, what do you think are some things he might do?
And at 0, it's hard.
What if we're at 40? Mid-game.
Yeah, I mean, I think, what he's doing now, which is the boomerang, I think is one option, and then, yeah, I guess you just drew, I think, trying to go to the platform to just kind of escape, I think it makes sense, probably.
Yeah, so going over here. So if we're short hopping with delayed aerial, and we see him go over here, what can we do to punish that?
Well, if you haven't done the aerial yet, you're.
We're planning on fairing on the way down. We're planning on doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you see him going there, I guess you could waveland on the platform. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess it depends on the exact timing. If you would be able to get there before he would.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. The idea I'm thinking here is we can basically double jump onto the platform into waveland, either forward or back, and then we're still able to pressure him basically.
Yeah.
Or we might even be able to fall through with this is our fair here. If we're going here, we might be able to just shield drop fair at the end of this and just fall forward, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not he's good at playing this position versus Sheik, right? If he's going here, this seems really, really dangerous for him.
Yeah.
This seems like a very good place to lose your jump and die.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're just.
He can't really jump forward into us, right? Like, because we're like Sheik. Well, like, I mean, he can, but like, it's a call out. And if we if we can also, we don't have to necessarily put our aerial so low. Like, we could also like do it at the top of our jump and still get the auto cancel.
Yeah.
Like, we could we basically attack this. Like, the thing that's good about us here is that our short hop allows us to attack this area interchangeably with the same fare. Which means that he cannot, like, decide to go, like, high-low with the platform. He has to, like, also beat our timing.
Yeah.
Like, he has to play the edge. He can't go forward and take space against this kind of thing. And we can also do this with our back air. We can do this with our nair. Like, we have a lot of ways of doing this with our various aerials. So what he might do is he might hang out on the ground and be like, okay, I will try to turtle here. But what happens if he, like, why is that not an ideal situation? Like, or sorry, an ideal solution?
If he just hangs out on the ground, I mean.
Now, let's say he puts up his shield or starts holding down. Like, so what does he do next? Like, we hit him with the fair, we auto cancel. Like, what does he do?
Like, if he's shielding, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, his out of shield options are pretty bad. Like,
are his ASDI down?
I mean, speed wise.
What about
yeah?
His ASDI down and crouch options aren't much better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
His down smash is alright.
Isn't that fast, but it's like decent. I don't know.
I mean, like, we
kinda
space
grab maybe. I don't know.
A grab? Are you kidding me? If we okay, so after landing, if we jump, after we land from the fair, we have such a favorable mix-up. Because if we land, as long as we land outside the range of his, or land in a spot where we can dash outside of the range of his down smash and jump and grab, it's so let's say we land here and we think he'll down smash, so we dash over here. So let's say he doesn't down smash. As an alternative to down smashing, what can he do? Grab doesn't work because it's basically a down smash that takes twice as long for cooldown. He doesn't have this is what I'm getting at. He doesn't have because he has no get off me move. He doesn't really have a good get off me move that isn't super risky. So we are really incentivized to contain him here.
Yeah. I see.
So really what we're trying to do is this box, this box underneath the platform is his coffin. This is where he dies. Because there's not a whole lot he can do here. Now, the one thing he might have, the only tricky part of this, is if he has a bomb while we're trying to set up this jump. Because the bomb actually stops us from being able to jump freely. It's still not the end of the world. What do you think we do in that case? We still can go, I'll give you a clue. We can still go over here, it's just how we maneuver here is a little different. So walk me through your thought process. What things are jumping out at you, or what things are vibing with you?
So you're talking about
same position.
You say still go over here. You're talking about where the green box is, right?
Yeah, we're still here. He's got a bomb though.
Yeah. So. I mean, yeah. I guess you said, he could stop the jump in with the bomb either by just throwing it right away and catching the startup, or maybe short hop throwing it. I don't know.
Yeah. So agreed. So he's gonna try to set up a bomb throw like this, basically, to stop to hit us out of our jump. But the thing is, we can jump over his standing bomb throw, right?
Yeah.
So he kind of has to. He wants to be punishing us for coming down on him, right? Or he has to meet us in the air by jumping.
Yeah.
But we still have mix-ups against him jumping. We could double jump, for example, or wave land or whatever.
Yeah.
And once he doesn't have the bomb anymore, he's a lot less capable of beating us.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So what are we trying to do? What makes sense here? Like, how do we start this? We probably jump, but like, what do we do with that jump? Are we trying to hit him, or are we trying to do something else?
I mean, you could try to like bait the bomb throw, I guess, or just like.
Hell yeah, why not?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because, like, we get it, like, here's, like, so here, I'm going to clear, you have this one. Actually, no, you don't have the updated one, so I'll send this through. I'm going to clear this, but so we can get, like, work with a cleaner surface. So, this is him, right? So, like, he's this little, like, weird box here. His bomb throw basically goes, like, here. Like, it kind of goes, like, here, and then that. Like, here, boom, boom. And, like, there's, like, different trajectories of it. Like, maybe it's, like, there's ones that are, like, a little bit, that stop a little bit shorter, like this, maybe. But, like, in general, it's, like, it's kind of like a set of stuff like that. So, my point here is, if we're Sheik in this situation, and we jump into the air above this, unless he, like, is calling our jump out, like, significantly far ahead of time, he can't really stop this step. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like he kind of just has to call out our timing, or, you know.
Yeah, so then what he does is he moves back here. If he didn't get it right the first time, then what he has to do is he has to do one of two things. One of three things. He goes here to try to punt, because this makes him safe if we come down. This gives him a hit if we come down with something and commit anyway.
Yeah.
The other thing he can do is he can try to run through us. Like, he can just try to book it and go past us. This can work, but it has problems. There are many that are very obvious. What is one of them?
Well, just like, what if we don't jump forward, I guess? What if we just jump in place?
Oh, we can totally jump forward. We have the platform. We can change directions. We can change directions if we want to. So, like, we could jump here, come back, and then just come back down.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably even just, like, back here.
Yeah.
Falling back here without even, yeah.
Yeah, like, we could also back here, like you said. The other cool thing is, like, we could even, like, fall here, then come up here, and then come back down.
Yeah.
So, like, we have, like, a million routes that, like, go, like, because we have the platform here to work with and Sheik's, like, incredible, like, waveland and, like, aerials, like, we have so much to work with in terms of doing a circular motion around this bomb. Heck, we could even go full forward and then just, like, shoot needles at him like this when he gets to center stage. Because if he cuts off his movement towards center stage short, we're fine. We're happy anyway, because, like, that means he's still fighting us in this box. It's just he's now gotten to the edge of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and if we wind up in this position when we're above him and he's here, all that means is we just have to get out of, like, all we're doing is that, like, dash dancey thing that we saw earlier, where it's like he can throw up, and it's a little faster pace. We have to be more like a lot more, like, proactive, and he can get us on a movement read. But, like, you know, we still have our shield game. We can, like, move around up here. He has to stop and throw upwards to, like, get us. Like, we have a lot of things going for us, like, in this situation. And the last thing he can do is he can just jump up and throw the bomb, like, over here. In fact, that might actually be one of the better things he can do, now that I think about it. Because, like, him going up here and, like, firing the bomb off, like, while he's full hopping up here, like so, it's probably not, like, one of the, like, it's probably one of the better ways he can do to, like, interrupt some of our points. But the thing is, this is why wave landing is so good, because we just can come back, go down, and now he's over here, and we're on the ground again.
Yeah.
So you see how, like, the route, because he can't fight us, because he's not good at fighting us, and he wants to, like, keep his distance, you can see how the fighting kind of routes into, like, a favorable spot no matter where he goes, right?
Yeah, I mean, he just, yeah.
Like, he's stuck. He
doesn't really have anywhere to go, yeah. That's a good, that, like, makes the spot much better for him, pretty much.
Yeah. Like, mechanically, this spot is absolute garbage for him. This spot is so bad for him. I'm not saying that he can't win, because we're assuming a lot of things on, like, both players here. But, like, just from a structural standpoint, it's way easier for, like, we're way more capable of, like, accomplishing our goals than he is of accomplishing his. And it has, and it's just, like, even with Spark not really, like, playing to these, you still see how he's getting a lot of hits in that spot.
Yeah.
So, as a gentle reminder, if he's boomeranging a lot in this spot, just nair.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should have nared there, right? Or if he, yeah, nair would have worked, right? Yeah.
Nair or fair earlier. Either of them.
Yeah.
But Nair I quite
I feel like
like.
nair is just,
It's easier.
yeah, it's a lot easier. Yeah, you don't have to like time it perfectly. Yeah.
Alright. With that in mind, I'm going to play this at normal so we can enjoy this. What have you learned about Young Link today? And are you feeling a little bit better about the matchup? I realize we've eaten a lot of time with this, but this was like...
I mean, this is good. Like, this is, I think, probably the best use of our time, because like,
yeah, you know how to fight Fox.
I've never played a good, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I mean, we talked about a lot of stuff, but just like, I mean, the thing we just talked about is like when you could get him in that box where you kind of have him like cornered. I guess he's just really bad at fighting out of that spot. And obviously, like his main game plan is like a lot of times it's just like run away and kind of camp you. So it makes sense that you kind of want to look for spots where you can close the space and yeah, just pressure him with the corner.
Yeah, and specifically it's like the space under the side platform in the corner.
Yeah.
I don't actually like, while I understand that Sheik like obliterates him on this character on this level, it's not, there's certain parts of the neutral here and like the punish here that actually I think work kind of well in his favor. I don't know if I don't know if this is our best stage against him.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think the chain grab actually goes till I mean, like he did just regrab at like 80 or something. So I think that's probably why, because he's just like, oh, I get one grab and it's like, you know, he literally just dies. But I don't know. It feels like,
I don't think it goes that high. I think it only goes to like 50, 60 tops.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to test it, I guess. But
I honestly wouldn't bother. I would just like, I would practice it and make sure you can do the first like 40, like the first like 40-ish comfortably. Like have a plan for your first 40-ish, but like he's so light and like he's not okay. So he's like kind of like Marth weight or like a little under Marth weight, but he's also like a very easy, like he's also a very manageable character in terms of edgeguard for Sheik, like for Sheik specifically. I think that like I don't think that you're going to like, I just struggle to see a situation where like that is more useful than just like leaning on your good basics, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Like, if
like
I just tilt to aerial or like, you know,
well,
whatever.
Yeah,
like, it's probably still a really good spot. Yeah.
Yeah, like if he DIs away at 50, like if he DIs away from you, I think I think it makes a ton of sense to keep going because those ones are like easy.
Yeah.
Like those ones we know work. I think when we start to get into like the 40, like into like the 50s, 60s, 70s though, like even if it works, like we just don't want to like drop our combo to something to like him knowing the slight DI double jump better than we know to recognize the ambiguous DI double jump, you know? Like,
yeah, that's fair.
Taking the tilt into like the up tilt into the back into like the like forward air or the up tilt into the up air back air is like completely like up air and then like shark him with back air when he's coming down. Like that's completely reasonable to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, he has a good ledge dash weirdly. Like, well, not really weirdly. Like if you think about what makes a good ledge dash, like it's totally.
That looked really fast. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's so blue right now. Yeah, he was blue right up to when it came out.
He got really far into the stage too, yeah.
Yeah. I think he gets up to 11. Or like 12 or something. It's like it's quite good. So, yeah, don't underestimate him. Again, the thing with him is that like if he comes up with like ledge dash nair or ledge dash down smash, like you see how a lot of these are just kind of like unsafe to like ASDI down or shield in general. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like he's gonna like ledge dash grab, right? Probably not.
I'd also say that something about Spark that I'm like not so you see how like Rocket is like throwing these bombs and like Sparks like just kind of like charging needles. I kind of think that like this is like a good case for like this makes a pretty good case for like jumping and like short hopping and wave landing. So instead of like doing these like shield movements, you see what I mean? Like basically short hop here, and then like you can fast fall and wave land based on where he throws the boomerang, or like to bait it, because you can also go back a little bit to like just gain a bit of space if he throws it diagonally. Dashing under the bombs, like. But I really think that like this is the type of gameplay pattern where I think that like the platforms actually help us a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah, this stage is always weird for Sheik, because I don't know. It feels like really good in some ways, but then you lose a lot too. You know, even in these matchups where you have like chain grabs, it's always I feel kind of not super confident going here, but especially young Link, I feel like it makes sense not go there. I don't know.
I wonder if this is still up. I'm just curious if it was still there. South KirbyKaze Sheik Link. Guess not. Perhaps not. Kalamazoo, because I just like I had a match with him like a long time ago. Like I have a match with him that kind of like shows the box like as a good concept. Let me just give me 1 second to see if I can find it.
Okay.
Because I think that you'll see what I mean about like it. But if it's not up anymore, then it's not up anymore. All right, South, Sheik, Link, KirbyKaze. Let's try Google. Videos. I think it was LANets, yeah. LAN ETS. All LANet. Nope. It is gone. Damn. But yeah, it is basically just kind of what we went over though. Like the concepts are like are still like very consistent. Yeah, they just kind of work. I don't know what else to say there. If I had to, I think the other like one of the big things though is like against low tiers, if you find that they have some tech that's causing like on the Yoshi story, like sometimes they have DIs and stuff that like allow them to like escape chain grab, like go onto like side platform kind of sooner than you expect.
Yeah.
I would say generally speaking, just like don't get like find a way to collect yourself. Recognize that these are sort of the same tricks that you use with Zelda sometimes to like escape like set play from top tiers as well. And just roll with the punches. Like this is just all they're like. This is not something unbeatable. It's just like this is not like the end of the line. This is just a speed bump.
Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about, because like that's kind of why I really wanted to prepare for this, because like even though I know the match was really good, it's like I still have to take it seriously and like know exactly what they're gonna do and like how to beat it. Like, and I know that from playing Zelda. Like I'll play really good players that treat it like they can just do whatever they want, and that's not true. And then they just get hit by all sorts of stuff that like if they know to look out for, it's pretty easy to avoid. But they're just not really respecting anything. And yeah, so I think it's good to like take things seriously and realize that you kind of have to prove why the matchup is so bad.
I don't think we have to prove anything. I think that we just want to win because we want to do well at Genesis, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but like I feel
want that dub.
Yeah, but to win, you can't just go in and be like, oh, this match was really bad. I can just do whatever. Like you still have to know at least a few things. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so Sheik wants to like. So I think that like key takeaways. So I've got like the box. I've also added similarities in how we handle Young Link to how we handle platform camping Fox. I would say also like while Sheik can camp and it can be wise to hang back at times. She ultimately wants to pressure him in the corner. She ultimately wants to pressure him in the corner, and be the aggressor. And act as the aggressor and be the aggressor.
Yeah. When would you say that it would be wise to camp?
If he's like turtling really hard, and he's got a fresh bomb, and the boomerang is unaccounted for, i.e. he has it, and there's like a bomb on the platform that like above him on the platform he's on. Like basically he has a really good setup.
I see, yeah.
I would say that like camping, like just chilling for a bit and letting the extra bomb explode first is like perfectly reasonable. Because because in order for him to set up like additional bombs like around like around his area to like store them, he's going to have to either throw them up, or he's going to have to like jump up to where the platform is in some way. And like we can like shoot our needles are actually longer than his bomb in terms of sheer pure distance. Yeah. So in that spot, I would say like it's totally fine to like just take some damage, to like rack some damage. Similarly, even if he doesn't necessarily have like the best setup of all time, I think it's also totally reasonable to just like store up a few needles before you're deciding to like having the needles allows you to use the top platform on Battlefield and Fountain of Dreams, and any of the top platform stages, really. It allows you to use that as a bit more of an entry point into his space, because you then have like the falling needles off the top platform, you have fast falling needles off the top platform, you have going like those to the floor on Yoshi's and Dreamland, you have those to the side plat on Fountain and Battlefield, so you have like a lot more tools to work with in terms of like, or a lot more like, you have a larger swath of spaces that you can potentially play for by having the needles charged up. So if he's giving us the time to do it anyway, then like, which you can observe, then I would say like go in prepared.
I see. Yeah. That makes sense.
Like, don't go in when he's got full ammo. Don't go in when we don't have ammo. That's it, really.
I see.
Yeah, because the other thing here is like, if we do have the needles stored up too, by the time we get over to him in the corner, that also means our jump in is way scarier.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, having the full needles makes your jump in needles way more scary. Or just, he's a lot bigger risk of like getting grabbed. Yeah, so like concept baiting the bomb throw when moving in to engage him, or pretending we are moving in, or pretending we are doing that. And then I think the last big concept I would say is just playing in the diagonals versus when he's holding the bomb. Holding the bomb and finding diagonal angles to attack from, to enter and or attack. Yeah, I think with that, that's basically all I want to cover. Is there anything that that you can think of that like we missed, or do you think this seems good? I'm trying to think.
I guess his CC options suck.
Yeah.
And his CC and Us suck.
And out shield, yeah.
But his ledge dash stuff is kind of nice.
Yeah. How fast is down smash? Do you know?
No, but Fight Core does. Let me check that quick. Yeah. I think it's 9, but we'll know in a second. Yeah, it hits on 9.
That is a little slower than I thought.
Yeah, I cannot emphasize this enough. Oh, and actually aim for his head. Oh no,
yeah,
aim for the side.
Did you?
We'll put that at the very top. Aim for the side. When in doubt, aim for the height. No, hit him in the side of his head. Aim your tip. Aim your the tip of your attacks at the side of his head. Yeah. Because, if you actually, look at his, moves, if you just go to Fight Core real quick and just look at the Young Link section for 10 seconds, you'll see exactly what I mean. He's just so bad at covering his face.
I see, yeah.
It's like basically up air is the only up air, kind of up tilt, but like those are both like pretty high commitments. The other thing worth noting, up air has 15 frames of L cancel lag.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's interesting. Like, he's weirdly, like, he's got stuff, but has problems holding advantage in certain ways, and he's absolutely balls if somebody is pressuring him. So we want to play to that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, like, again, he's the runaway character who needs, like, space to do anything, and we're the character who can play, like, any spot, so...
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Yeah. So I'll leave you to it. If you need a pep talk, let me know, but I think you got this. And, yeah, I can't wait to hear about it after the... Well, I can't wait to follow, but, like, I can't wait to hear how it goes.
Alright, yeah, thank you. I think this was really helpful, yeah.
No problem. Take care, Swiz.
See ya.